All right, Chris Broussard, you mentioned on Undisputed, for those watching, it's a very popular show. A young man named Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Jenny.
Up and coming
show. And so you were on that show this morning, and I want to play a tape from that with Chris. Go ahead.
The other elephant in the room is this ESPN article that Magic alluded to, that the LA Times alluded to. There has been talk for months, that an article ESPN is working on is coming out about Magic's treatment of people in the organization. Mistreatment. Yeah. I heard about it, I can't remember if it was late November or early December. I was told it was coming out within weeks of that time. I came to the conclusion before yesterday, the Lakers and the league got ESPN not to do the article.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, like I said, I was hearing in late November, early December, around that time, that there's an article coming out.
Very anti-Magic?
Well, not just Magic, Pelinka, Rob Pelinka as well. Now, Magic talked about it. He shot it down. I'm going to say this. I don't know when mistreatment, I don't know what that is. Knowing Magic, working with Magic closely years ago, I can't imagine him mistreating people in the organization.
It's just not his DNA.
No, I can't imagine that. But I've heard it's a negative article about Magic and Rob Pelinka. Not just one or the other, both. So
the culture.
Now, again, I was hearing it was going to come out, months ago, and it still hasn't. Someone told me recently it's because they're getting, lawyers and legal stuff and making sure everything's cool with that. But I was under the impression, as I said on Undisputed, that I thought the league had gotten ESPN to squash the article.
Could I simplify yesterday's press conference into this? Magic wanted Luke fired. Jeannie didn't want to fire him. Magic stepped down. Is it that easy?
That's fair speculation, but Magic said, and everyone else has said, that Jeannie was giving Magic the power to fire Luke if he wanted to. There are also those that feel like Magic really wanted, now he did want Luke fired. He admitted basically he was going to fire Luke, but that he wanted Pelinka out too. And you obviously didn't give a ringing endorsement of Pelinka yesterday, but there are GMs around the league, people around the league that aren't answering the phone or returning Rob Pelinka's calls.
Yes, I've heard that. Rob
Pelinka has a lot of enemies. He was a big time agent.
And he was, listen, I think he's smart. Smart people aren't always popular. I would say, you tell me if I'm wrong on this. What I always hear about Pelinka, he's smart, he knows it, and Magic said backstabbing. He and Magic had a little bit of a falling out, didn't really respect Magic's commitment. Is that fair?
Well, yeah. So one person told me today that they said, look, the only problem with Magic was just he was never there. His commitment, it wasn't, again, I can't imagine Magic was not treating people well, but he just wasn't around. And this job, from the beginning, you knew he wasn't cut out for the grind of a president. You got to be in the office. You got to be on the phones. You have to be in the dingy gyms in Europe, the little gyms in collegiate America, recruiting or scouting these kids. And Magic Johnson, rightfully so, is too big for that. With his other businesses, with his persona, he's too big for that type of minutia that you have to do as a president. He should be an owner, the face, have people under him. Now, we can fault him for not having people under him who were going to take care of all that
He
stuff.
wasn't close to Rob Pelinka before they worked with the Lakers.
No.
They weren't boys.
And they weren't. And people tell you Rob was not shy in pointing out Magic's not here. Where's Magic today? Knowing he wasn't there and, just letting people know Magic's not around. I dealt with Rob Pelinka in the past. My dealings have been really good with Rob.
Yeah, but you're a smart guy. He's a smart guy.
Along.
You weren't battling for the same people or space.
Right. Look, Rob was not an agent. He was a big-time agent. He had Kevin Durant. He had Dwight. Not Dwight. He had Kobe Bryant and James Harden. He stole players from other agents and had players stolen from him. So that's where some of the animosity with him and others, and even some people in the league, he had some differences with some executives. So Magic, but there's speculation too that Magic wanted Pelinka out, and because of her relationship with Kobe, Jeannie was not going to allow him to get rid of Rob Pelinka.
Oh, now that's interesting.
You could throw in the Luke thing. Like, I do think Magic was going to be given the right to fire Luke. I'm going to take him at his word on that. But look, and Magic, another thing, Magic has not been criticized a lot in his life, at least his professional life.
He's gotten hammered.
Right. He doesn't like criticism.
Right.
And the times he's gotten criticized, when he coached the Lakers,
he quit.
And they lost 10 straight.
He got out.
Right? The talk show.
Got out.
And then this. And so, and if I'm Magic Johnson, am I going to sit here and be criticized? And, Colin, have my basketball intelligence questioned? Now, it's right to, people have criticized him for some of the things he said, but he's looking at it like when he's talked about how we didn't need shooters and we want to build playmakers around LeBron. I watched every playoff game last year and it was the teams with shooters that lost. People were mocking Magic for saying that. People were criticizing him. And so Magic is saying, do I have to take this? Now, the criticism was fair because, you do need to put shooters around LeBron. But from his standpoint, he's like, I can't, he can't deal with that.
Okay, fork in the road time. Build it around LeBron, Ty Lue, David Griffin, get Anthony Davis, or Celtics moved off veterans, got picks. Clippers moved off Lob City. They're in the playoffs. Warriors moved off Monte Ellis for Steph. There's a fork in the road. What do you choose?
I'm building. I'm all in with LeBron.
Okay.
I'm all in with LeBron.
That's not the wrong answer.
Right.
I'm not. That's a real answer.
I've got 3 years left.
Yes.
Because the notion of let's go young in most cases doesn't work. I can point to a few teams recently. Golden State built through the draft, went young with Steph and Clay. Oklahoma City before they lost KD. They got KD, James Harden, Russ in the draft. The Philadelphia 76ers now, although they missed on a lot. Jahlil Okafor, Nerlens Noel.
They had about 4 whiffs.
Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, they whiffed on a lot of picks.
Right. They just happened to get 2 great players in Simmons and Embiid. But Sacramento, Detroit tried it 7 straight years in the lottery. Now we go back and get Blake Griffin. Orlando, where are they at? Phoenix. We'll see with these young guys. But Sacramento, like this notion that let's just go young and in 4 years we'll be great. No, most times it doesn't work. So you've got a great player. That makes it easier. Look, it's going to be tough for him to get a free agent. But if you get, even if it's just a Jimmy Butler, even if it's just a DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, no, I don't like DeMarcus Cousins. If you get Jimmy Butler, I buy your sales pitch.
Okay, with LeBron,
you can't,
I'm now legit.
You can't say your sales pitch can't include if you get Boogie Cousins because I'm slamming the door on that sales pitch.
Boogie's about to win a championship.
Oh, no. If your sales pitch. Now, by the way, I agree with you.
You would build it all in on LeBron.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, because LeBron's still a top 5 player in the league.
Right.
On some nights, he's number 2. 3, Giannis, KD. I'd still build around LeBron. I would go all in on LeBron. That's my belief today. It does come with this caveat, though. Major injury next year, maybe I made the wrong move, but I think I'd go with it. Life doesn't come without risk. Nobody wins big. You got to be in the game, have skin in the game to win the game.
Right.
And the risk is, oh, crap. 30-second game, LeBron has a major injury, and you're looking at Kobe at the end. You're like, this is the new reality.
No, you're right. Look, Steve Nash played, 10 games for him
no,
or something
but
like that?
I believe the fork is I got LeBron. I think he's going to be healthy, rejuvenated, chip on his shoulder. I'm going to get an all-in Big Ben this year, an all-in Aaron Rodgers this year. I'm going to get an all-in LeBron James this year.
Yep.
Those 3 guys have been ripped all season.
And here's the thing. If you hire David Griffin, and there's other names I could throw out. Masai Ujiri in Toronto. Chauncey Billups. I know he hadn't done it, but he's respected.
Yeah.
Players like
I'd rather not have famous people.
Chauncey's in that middle. He is famous.
He's famous.
Right, okay.
No TV people.
Michael Winger from the Clippers or Troy Weaver under Sam Presti in Oklahoma City. They're grinders, career executives. Young guys, though, who you can go out and get and build this
If you
the right
drive
way.
anything better than a Toyota Celica, I'm not hiring you.
Well, here's the thing about David Griffin that I like.
Joy's tolerating me at this point. She's just tolerating me.
I hear you, though. Well, look, David Griffin is not just a move to appease LeBron.
No. He's a smart guy.
Good.
No,
right.
My sources love David. He's very bright.
He would be good, and he's a strong personality, so I think he, do what he'd have to do. And Ty Lue, look, at the end of the day, you got to get a coach in the front office that LeBron respects and that get along with him, that he feels good about. That doesn't mean you don't give him don't let him run the franchise. Don't let him and Clutch run the franchise.
Okay, I'm in on LeBron, but why can't I go find the next Nick Nurse? LeBron's smart. He wants a smart coach. He didn't want a golfing buddy. LeBron's not into that stuff. Nothing against Ty Lue, but I mean, you can't tell me there's none of their Budenholzer out there. I think LeBron would put his arms around a super smart guy.
That's interesting because I would love to see LeBron with a guy like that. But I don't know. It wasn't like David Blatt didn't know basketball.
David, by the way, hasn't been hired by anybody else. David
had a swag that the players felt he didn't deserve.
Yeah, he turned a lot of people off.
Right. But
he struggled.
I like it. A Budenholzer, one of those young guys. But I just, at this stage of his career, I don't know if that's. I don't know if I'm going that route. And Ty Lue's a good coach. I think I would go.
Yes,
Ty Lue should be the one.
I think Ty's a better coach than Luke.
The question too, though, Colin, is with all due respect to Jeannie, who did a great job in the business aspect of the Lakers. She's not a basketball person.
No.
Who's making this decision?
Well, they don't have anybody.
She's going to consult Kobe, who she did on Pelinka, which hasn't really worked out.
Okay, so you got Chauncey Billups and Kobe for me. I don't want famous people.
She needs to call. No, I'm not saying hire Kobe. I'm saying she's probably going to talk to Kobe about this decision.
I would talk to Kobe.
Who else she talking about? Call Jerry West. I think Jerry would talk to her.
Absolutely.
I don't think he'd take the job, but talk to him and get some of his advice. But this needs to be right. It can't be the old mom and pop Lakers.
Oh,
don't bring in Phil Jackson.
Oh, I like Phil. I like all these people. I want them as you know what I'd do? I'd call Phil and Jerry West. I'd say, here's $25,000 each a month. Give me your phone number. I can call you at any time. That's what I believe. Jerry, you're rich. You live in Malibu, right?
Well,
you're
Jerry's
rich.
with the Clippers now.
Well, okay, whatever I got to pay.
I do think he talked to her and just give her a little
I'm
advice.
a big believer for a company. I'll pay you monthly. Just give me your phone number, Phil. You're on a lake in Montana. I can call you anytime I want.
Right.
I would rather do that than go all in. Phil did all in. Phil's passed all in. Hey, come on. Phil Jackson's got money and no time.
Yes.
All right. We got to some stuff here today.
Wow. Wild stuff.
It was crazy last night. I was just blowing up and on the phone with people and talking. It was... Holy crow, it was great.
They need to get this settled by the end of May.
By the way,
gives you a month to get ready for free agency.
Where's everybody talking today? Where's the leadership today? No, Pelinka won't talk. Jeannie won't talk. Somebody stand up and talk.
Right.
I mean, you know what happens when the ship is sinking? The captain of the ship's like, I got it. I'm under control. Last guy here. Get off the ship. Okay, I got to have somebody talk today.
The captain just quit.
Yeah, Jeannie Buss.
There better be somebody else needs to step up. Pelinka should be talking.
Whoever.
It should be
somebody other than a guy in a tape video room. Give me a grown-up, stand up and talk.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.